What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 with me, the Virtual Mechanic, and today's crazy ludicrous project, the Lamborghini Tractor. This thing is absolutely mental, and we're going to get back into this one in just a second. First up, huge congratulations to Sonic Fear with that beautiful Dubai Edition G-Wagon. Absolutely insane. You can't see it on here, but if you head over to Discord, you will have seen this car had the trunk full lit out, full Pimp My Ride vibes, speakers, monitors, neons, the work. Looks absolutely fantastic. Well done, Sonic Fear. We'll come back. New competition has definitely started. This one's going to be a lot of fun. So do head over to that Discord, sign up, and come and join us. Take part in the competition. Another new addition. We have the gravel track lap times added onto a board now with an area coming soon. We shall see. You have to keep your eyes peeled for that one. Obviously, the Defender sitting in that beautiful top spot with 406 horsepower and its flying lap 1 minute 48 seconds, 0.1041. The Bronco Mark 1 Resto mod of 871 horsepower did the flying lap in 1 at 52.864. And the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon AMG G63 4x4 had 1,682 horsepower and managed a 157.998 on the flying lap. Quite like this little board. We're only going to keep a top 5 on here, and who knows what will go over there when it comes. But something interesting will be going there, which does mean we've moved this board up to that massive banner up there. The 2023 upload schedule, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. New videos at 6 p.m. BST, currently BST. That may change, obviously, when the time zones change, but that's UK time. Let's get back into this beautiful tractor then. It is the Lamborghini Nitro 120. It's the Are You Not Entertained version, because this thing is going to be ludicrous. We got it from the auction house. It's in pretty bad condition apart from parts. They seem to be just about all right. Did we get a good deal? No, of course we didn't. It's me. I bought it for $34,085 and can sell it for $31,192, losing out on $2,893 before we even begin. But we are back on the drag strip, so we may be able to earn that back with a nice drag tournament winnings, as long as we can come first, or maybe second. I'll accept second. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a cough going on at the moment. The engine in this Lamborghini is a 1,400 horsepower V12 M158 engine. We're going to be making this as absolutely as insane as we possibly can, because it deserves it. And we are aiming for a new speederboard champion with this Lamborghini tractor. So let's get it started. Let's get this beast over to the car wash. Let's get it cleaned up. Here we are then in the car wash with this insane tractor. Let's get it clean to start with. I don't even know if this thing touches the floor all the way around. Is that wheel clipping through? That is clipping through. There's no bricks holding this one up. Pretty wild. Looks a little bit different clean, I'm not going to lie, but let's get that interior done. Get this beast back on the lifter. Get that V12 ripped out of there and get everything else stripped down. The Lamborghini tractor's on the lifter. Let's check for that oil pan. I don't even know if we can see it. We can indeed. It is there, tucked away. So let's get that oil drained out if there is any or much left in there. Well, the Lamborghini tractor owners are a bit better than the normal Lamborghinis, but there we go. Let's get underneath and start getting some of this ripped out. Doesn't look like we got much missing at the front. Obviously, you know, side of a few side pieces, but all I mean is there's no drive axles missing from the front. So let's get down the back and see how we're connecting this little beast up. It's just through that drive shaft. So let's get you out of there. First of all, that pings all the way through. Loving that. Out you come there. We've got that part. We have got the starter as well. Always good to see. So let's get you out. And we will grab this gearbox. Obviously, out you come. Do you think we're going to need to grab anything else? Or will all of this come out in one go? What do you reckon? Can't remove any of that. So we'll just get it back down and see if we can rip that engine out. And deal with whatever it tells us to take off when it tells us to. So over you go. And let's give this a bash. It is coming out without any additional stuff. Absolutely fantastic. So in we go. What do we have in this engine bay? First things first, do we have anything missing from the actual engine bay itself? It really doesn't look like it. We've got a few suspension parts missing, but it does look like everything for the actual engine bay is here. Up here, we do have a cheeky little fuse box and the ECU Type A. Obviously, and I'm going to add performance with that one a little bit later. Then we've got the brake servo just in front of it, the coolant reservoir, the power steering reservoir, the radiator and fan housing kit, battery down here, and a fuel pump down here as well. Let's grab them out. And then we need to drain the liquids out of here, here, and here. We don't need anything else from this one. No wishy-washy reservoir, because we're farmers. we don't need to keep our windshields clean. So additional tools, drain tool, click on hold on the container and it'll drain everything out. I'm going to crack on and get the rest of this suspension all stripped out, get everything we need to get this one back together. Then we'll come back and tackle the Lamborghini Tractor's bodywork before heading over to the paint shop. That's everything for the Lamborghini Tractor. Repaired, replaced, or upgraded, ready to go back on. Now we need to sort out this bodywork. I've got no idea what's what. So let's just start pulling it off. That's a fender. That's a fender. Is this a piece? Is that missing? Nothing, nothing, nothing. What's that? That was the brake booster. I'm stuck on an invisible wheel. None of that's a thing. None of that's a thing. Oh, that's a thing. We'll get a U out. I reckon that's a door. Probably not Lamborghini doors, let's be honest. What else have we got going on in here? Let's keep going around. What was that? That's actually the seat. We'll come back to that later on. Anything, anything, anything. No door on this side, no window on this side. Is that maybe everything? Let's, what was that highlighting for me then? The seat. Okay, that's just the seat. We'll get that seat out so that we know we don't mess up with that. I'm assuming the steering wheel's missing. It is indeed. That might be everything. Let's take a look. 2%, I'm definitely missing something. Left side mirror, of course. That was definitely obvious. There we go. Now nothing on there. 1% showing up on there. The frame's at 17%, and we bought it for just under 35,000. What do we reckon? To me, this is brand new, so I've got no idea. I'm going to say 900. 872. There we go. Actually relatively close. Let's take a look and have a look at the beautiful body shop for the Lamborghini Nitro 120. Car part 1 and car part 1B. Is that not what that is? That's not what that is. Okay, let's go back in and have a look. So car part 1 and 1B, there's obviously 2 options for an exhaust somewhere. Front bumper, there are 3 options for the front bumper. We're going to be going with the less tractor looking one, the aero style front bumper on there. Then we've got a front clamshell, front door window, front white window. Then we've got the fenders. Most of it just is what it is. Rear bumper, there's 2 options on here. This is down at the back. Obviously, this is further away. It's relatively the same piece. The bit that you can't see is, I believe, there's a big spoiler that sits up here somewhere, so you can't quite see it. But there we go. Left and right fenders, rear window. Yeah, most of it's like for like, just a option for front bumper and an option for rear bumper in there. Left headlight, was there a right headlight? There was right tail light as well, so we're gonna have to figure out where all of that goes. I'm not 100% sure, so you might have to bear with me a little bit, but let's get this one all back together, ready to head over to the paint shop to see what we can even do with the Lamborghini Tractor. Let's get this Lamborghini all back together. Probably not quite you had in mind when you heard I was working on a Lamborghini today, but there we go. Let's get these wonderful fenders on. In you go, and in you go. Front clamshell on there. That looks really cool. Really like that one. Right headlight, left headlight. Then we've got the front bumper, which is obviously that big old fender. I don't even know what you'd just call that. That's just a little bit of aero at the front. And one thing I will say is if you're in body assembly mode, you can see it's going to allow me to add a part on there, even though there is a part there already. So I don't know what that's going on there. Let's just go back into assembly mode. There we go. And we will throw the part 1B on there, which is the exhaust going over the top of it, but it is what it is. In with that beautiful windshield. Then we've got the rear right fender, which is to enable me to get in and out of the vehicle, especially because I am quite short in real life. So there we go. In with the windows, and a rear tail light. You can see that big old spoiler at the top. That is connected to the bit down the bottom. I've ruined everything by trying to do that. But there we go. If we go, I'm too far away. That's what it is. Too far away. So we go and put the rear bumper on. Gives you all of these little hydraulic bits down here. And that big old wing at the top there. Looking pretty good. In with the rear window. Left body window. Left tail light. Then we need that door. In you go. Let's get the steps in. In they go there. And that lovely window in there. I forgot the wing mirrors. In you go. Round to the other side. And in you go. Is that everything? There are no license plates on this wonderful tractor. Even if it wasn't a drag strip beast, it's not really equipped for the road anyway, so it doesn't need license plates. Let's get on and get the interior in. We kept the steering wheel as it was, which is the steering wheel bandit, but I have changed the seat because I feel like we're going to be drag racing, so we need a bit more of a bucket seat, something that can maybe have some harnesses in there, keep us held in that seat. That might be everything. Let's jump in and take a look. 100%, 100%, 100%. Fantastic. Let's get this beautiful beast into the paint shop, see if there's any liveries and what we can do with the colours. Unfortunately, there are no liveries with the lovely Lamborghini tractor, which is a bit of a shame, but we decided to go for a rip-off of a classic Lamborghini colour. This is very similar to Verdict Scandal, which you do sort of see on some of the higher-end Lamborghinis. We decided to go for it on our beautiful tractor here today. I haven't decided any accent colours or anything yet, so I've got no interior painted. Steering wheel's not painted. All we've literally done is picked this body colour. Does this clamshell open? No, it doesn't. Oh, so we won't even be able to see the engine once it's painted anyway, unless we obviously take the clamshell off. But that pulls off loads of other parts as well. And when we're in the car wash, the front bumper at car wash paint shop, the front bumper does sit under the floor there because it doesn't quite balance well. It's too big for the game. At least that's my opinion on it anyway. Did we get everything back on? We did get everything back on. That's all right. So now I need to decide what we're going to do for accent colours and things like that. What would you pick? Probably just going to be a black on this one, but who knows? We shall find out in a little while once I get everything painted, get this beast back on the lifter, and then we can start reassembly. That's everything sorted for the Lamborghini tractor, absolute beast that's potentially going to destroy our drag strip and speederboard times later on. We have made a couple of changes. If we swing around to this side, you just about see we got some of that seat painted, the back piece, the bottom piece, and obviously them little inlets there. If we go around the back, it's very, very green from the back. Really bouncing off of that Lamborghini logo that just sits up on that window looking quite cool. And if we can just about see it, the center of the steering wheel is also in that lovely Lamborghini green. We're not going to call it the official color name anymore because, well, it's not officially that color, but it still looks pretty good nonetheless. Let's get it up in the air. Let's start getting this all together, starting with our shocks. Black shocks, green springs, and a black cap on there. Looking pretty sweet, actually. The most of the colour theme on this build is black and that beautiful green. So let's get in and start getting some of this together. No front cross member in this one today. Just straight in with a green sway bar and a green steering rack with a black knuckle on there. Looking quite nice. The bottom and upper suspension arms are both in that beautiful green. On you go. And on you go just there. Loving that. Looking fantastic. Then we got that shock, which we've just seen. Looking beautiful in there with the sway bar end link just in a cheeky little black just down the bottom. Inner tie rods in a black with the outer tie rod in that beautiful pearl green. The knuckle covers also in the green with the wheel hub just in a little black on there. In with the bearing, on with the brake disc. Definitely going to need the carbon ceramics for this one, I think. The wheel hub is in a green. Then we've got the brake pads and the brake caliper, which is in a matched green, not forced chrome. Just as close as I could get it without sort of force chroming it. Looking pretty good on there. Pleased with that. Let's get down the back and get this all together. The main rear drive axle is in that green. I think you all saw that coming. With the knuckle just in a cheeky little black. Spring caps in black, matching in with the front, along with the spring in green. And the little cap on top of it just in a black. With the main shock itself also in a gloss black on there. Then we've got the control arm. That's just in a little black with the spring plate in the green. And the two U-bolts both in a black on the top of it. On you go and on you go. Just making so you can really see that colour and the separation between them. In with the beautiful rubber bushing. Then we got the wheel hub. On you go. The solid rear drive axle in a black. On you go. Then we got the brake disc, brake pad, and that beautiful brake caliper. On you go there. Looking fantastic. Before we move on, that wheel is so big. Speaking of wheels, I should probably mention this now. If you do have access to this and you haven't read the instructions, the only way to get the wheels is there is a special config to buy at the car salon. Basically, you'll buy wheels, tyres, should I say, because even with unrealistic sizes on, they're still too big for the game to make them. So let's get on. Fuel tank in the black with the fuel pump just in a cheeky little green down there. Absolutely loving that. Looks fantastic. I'm going to get the other side all finished. Then we're going to move on to the few little bits that are in this engine bay before we move on to build that insane V12. Hopefully, it's going to look awesome. That's all the suspension done on the beautiful Lamborghini tractor and the fuse box as well, which we've done in a lovely little body matched green. Loving that in the green and black. Looks fantastic. What do you guys think? Do let me know in the comments below. But let's move on. Let's get this engine bay all sorted. We're going to start with a little battery down there. And the ECU stage 3 up there. Going to add loads of power later on. Cheeky little brake servo. Then we've got the coolant reservoir. The power steering reservoir. And then the radiator, which is in a green. Very metallic, shiny green, but it looks good nonetheless. Fan housing kit's in a black with a chrome green fan on there. Just finishing all of that up. Looking pretty sweet. That is about it. The next thing to do is to go and build that beautiful engine. Now, I can't even show you the engine bay because the clamshell doesn't open up, which is a bit of a shame, which means it's always going to be mostly hidden away in there, but we all know it looks pretty good. So let's go and build that beautiful V12 engine. There she is on the stand. Plenty of black, plus a little bit of silver on there as well. So the oil pan's black, the block's black, and the heads are painted black as well. But this is not quality of life. I have got the quality of life mod installed, but I couldn't get this to go how I wanted it to go, which was basically fully black with the red bits still showing. I could get one head to work, but the other head just wouldn't work. Don't know. Couldn't answer it. So then I started playing around thinking what I could do, and I thought, hold on, let's go back to the OG style before we had the cool quality of life mod, how we used to paint back then. And then I thought I could match in some of this silver with some of the rest of it. So let's crack on and see how it's turned out. Now, as you can see, one head's fully completed in there, ready to go. There are 12 spark plugs on each head, plus 5 camshaft caps and a camshaft and a cam gear on there as well. All nice and easily laid up. Don't worry, I'm not going to put all of them spark plugs in. Just going to put the camshaft in so you can see where the caps go, where the cam gears go, and where all the spark plugs in. Then I'm just going to crack on and get it done. So I'll see you in a second. There we go. That's all the innards on. So let's move on to the front and get this all sorted with that beautiful timing chain and a little timing gear just in there as well. In you go. Then we got the timing cover in that beautiful green. Loving that. On you go. And on you go. Bolted up. Then the 2 timing covers up here. These are black, not the green. And we wanted to blend the black in with some of that silver along with the green on there as well. The water pump is chromed out in the white to sort of match in with the silver on there. Looking pretty sweet. Then we've got, didn't mean to do that. Then we got the power steering pump, which we've left in its shininess, hopefully blending all of that in. The alternator is also in there in just its shininess. Crankshaft pulley, though, that is in a black. So are the water pump pulleys. In you go there. And the second one on there as well. In you go. And both the idle rollers are just in a little black as well. One there and one there. Then we should be able to get the belt on. We can indeed. In you go. Then we should have a belt tensioner, which we have also done in the black, just to sort of keep it all blended at the front. Looking very nice. Now, the oil filter is officially in that green, but it didn't quite work out. I didn't want to black it out because it was already on a black, and I didn't want to force chrome because I'm not doing any false chroming on this one today. But up here, we've got the fuel filter in the lovely green. And then let's crack on. Engine head covers, they are in that beautiful green. Lots of long bolts on this one, so it might take me a moment. So I apologize, bear with me. But I do have something else to talk about while we do it. Now, when this video comes out on Monday, obviously I'm recording it over the weekend, but when it comes out on Monday, I won't be here. I'm going to be in London watching Electric Callboy, and I'm definitely very excited for that. So I'm going to have a lot of fun doing that. So why I'm telling you this is because if you leave comments and I don't reply to the comments, it's not because I don't like you or anything like that. It's because I'm not here. I'm not at home. I'm in London watching a band. So I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Here we go. Let's crack on. Intake manifold is in a beautiful black on there, and this little red dots gave me some inspiration to leave some red on this engine as well. So our lovely little fuel rail is in its natural color with that red on there, blending in with that. Also, our coil packs are also in their normal color, blending in the silver and the reds, looking fantastic. In you go, and in you go there. Then we got the throttle, which we haven't painted. We've left it with its silver and red, looking quite nice. And the intake manifold cover is in that beautiful green, looking pretty nice on there. Then we've got to move on to the turbos. Again, not painted. Left them just all standard, looking pretty nice. There is no exhaust on this one. You'll see when it goes in. We'll talk about that in a bit. They look cool. They've got sort of a two-tone effect with a darker bit on this side and then the chromey bits all over there, looking very nice. Let's get the other one in the other side, and then we just got a couple more pieces to go. This beautiful V12 will be finished. Up the top, we've got the intercooler set, not coloured. Again, we've got the red and the silvery or chrome on there, looking very nice, matching in with the rest of the engine. I just accidentally hit the side bolt. Not what I was aiming for, but it doesn't matter. Intercooler covers. Now, these are carbon fibre with a lovely little bit of green on the top, looking absolutely fantastic. I really wish you could open that front clamshell and so that you could see this beautiful, beautiful engine. I'm incredibly pleased with this one. Probably not as garish as I normally go with them. But absolutely loving the green, black, and the splashes of natural red. I'm going to call it natural red on there. Looking beautiful. But let's get this off of the stand. Let's get it dropped into our Lamborghini tractor. Out we go. Got to go and grab the engine crane because I forgot that one again. I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm going away and I don't go away very often. So let's get this engine in here. We can't take a look at it because, well, that's just the way it goes. But what we can do is if we nip into the suspension, we can see it in there with everything looking very pretty. Very, very pleased with that one. That's about all we're going to get to see it. But let's get it up in the air because we've got to get that gearbox in and the last drive shaft in before we sort them wheels out underneath, all covered. Where's the motor? Can't see it. Around there somewhere. That'll do. Close enough. In we go. Then, that's a slick tyre. Then we've got the gearbox in that beautiful green. Absolutely loving that. Mr. Bolt. There we go. Then the starter as well, which is also in a green on that black background. Looking very nice on there. Drive shaft, in you go. Also in a black. Just to finish it off, we've got green, black, green at the back there. Looking very, very good. That's about all we can do for the moment. We've got to get them wheels bought, and as I said, the only way to buy them is to head over to the salon and buy a brand new one, but there is a special config just for that. So we're going to go over, we're going to get that sorted. We're going to tint the windows. We're going to tint the windows of this beast, get the liquids topped up, and get this car outside in the sun. The most extravagant way to buy wheels and tyres. Look at Delilah in the pink, looking good, looking good. That is my gasser build. Absolutely love that. I've never seen that in here before, built and ready to go. Anyway, not what we're here for. Let's carry on. We want to come over to here. We're going to come to configure, and we want to go to wherever your Lamborghini tractor is. Obviously, I know mine is right at the bottom. Click on that Lamborghini Nitro 120 tyres. Get that one to load in, and then to pick specific tyres, you just go to the tyre section. Then find the tyres you want. We're drag racing this beast today. Doesn't want to let me slide. So we're going to go with drag tyre or slick tyre C's at the front, and then we also want slick tyre C's at the back, but it's not liking me loading anything at the moment. And you might as well add your rims while you're here as well, because well, you have to go for the exact same size that's on there. You're already buying it, and it costs no extra to decide your rims. What do we reckon we're going to go for today? Let's have a look through. I'm going to pick which ones we're going to go for. I'll be back in a second. Well, there it is. We went for rim 13 on this one today. Looking pretty good. I wonder how much this is going to cost to buy wheels and tyres. Just wheels and tyres for our Lamborghini. Let's go in. We do need to buy this. So car status, 20,389. Actually not that bad. Quite impressed with that. So we're going to buy that. Let's get you back to the garage. Let's get ourselves back to the garage so we can get the wheels on our beautiful Lamborghini. Well, here we are then, all finished with Payne's beautiful Lamborghini tractor, or the Lamborghini Nitro 120. Available exclusive through Payne's Patreon. That is patreon.com/deadbob777. I will include a link in the description below, and it may appear on screen at some point around now. We shall see. Not very good at that kind of thing, but absolutely fantastic. That is the only way to get this one. You do get access for it there, and it's from the Steam Workshop, but you can't just get it on the Steam Workshop. You have to subscribe to Payne's Patreon at the Garage Monkey level, £4.50 a month or $5 a month, depending on where you're from or how you pay. But that is the way to access this beautiful Lamborghini tractor. It is absolutely insane. I really am loving this, and I think it looks great in the Verdi Scandal, or just Lamborghini Green, as we should probably call it. Looking fantastic. Let's talk about these rims. Obviously, they're so big that you can't buy them in the game. You have to go to the salon and buy a prefabricated model just for the wheels and tyres. They are absolutely fantastic. We have got a little bit of colour on these, on the bolts around the edges in that lovely green. But the rims here, the front is a 27-inch rim with a 375 width on the tyre and a 70 profile on there. No ET needed, absolutely fine. Down at the back, this massive wheel might actually stand up for this one. These are a 30-inch rim with a 520 width and a 78 profile on there, apparently. I don't quite know how Payne managed to get a 78 profile, but that's what it officially says it is. In fact, if we go into here, does it say it here? Yes, 78 profile on there. Don't quite know that one, but yes, you can't actually buy them. You have to go and buy a prefab model, which isn't too expensive. We bought it not too long ago in the video, so if you haven't seen that, pop back and see that bit. But let's jump inside, check out this beautiful interior. If I could get to that seat, there we go. Looking fantastic in here. All the dials and gizmos you would expect a Lamborghini tractor to have, apart from maybe a turbo controller. That's what I'd like to see in here somewhere. But let's get it started with this beautiful turbocharged V12. See what it sounds like. Not too bad. Very sort of, not grumbly, just a straight up sound. But let's give it some gas. That turbo whistle at the top end, absolutely love it. Still one of my favourite sounds in the game. But let's get this beast onto the dyno, see what its horsepower is going to be and what its drag rating is. On the dyno with the Lamborghini Nitro 120, are you not entertained? With 1400 horsepower from the factory, we've added all of the performance parts. So what we take it up to, and I'm assuming its drag rating is going to be very top end. Let's have a look. A gain of almost a brand new engine on there, 1,353 horsepower, 97%, taking us up to 2,753 horsepower, and the drag rating is a 999, although I do think we all saw that coming. This thing is an absolute beast, but I will tell you, it does suffer from the four-wheel drive drag strip overpoweredness, where the first run always spins you out, so we can't enter a tournament today. We will be doing 3 1v1s to get some times down. Before we head over there, let's have a look at the gearbox tuning setup. We've gone for a 2.82 ratio, all 7 gears still in there. 214 kilometers an hour in first gear. Has got the RPM mod, so these aren't exactly accurate as it is. But the top gear in 7th gear, 999. We'll see what we end up with. I think first gear, we get to around 100, 120 before we change it to second. So it's not perfectly accurate, but it's still damn cool nonetheless, and I cannot wait to get stuck into it. We obviously have the fully tuned ECU ready to go, and no carburetors on this Lamborghini tractor. So let's get it onto the drag strip and see what we can do with a beautiful Lamborghini tractor. Although we're not going to get any drag strip winnings, we will get some times down for the speeder board and try and get this beast to the top of that board. Here we are then on the drag strip. It's so big it doesn't even fit in the thumbnail image space for it. It doesn't quite reach it, but never mind. As I said, sadly we can't do a tournament with this one today because of how it runs. I'm not going to show you. I've shown you before when I did the Alenti Calope, and I've shown you before where we did the Ford F100 BEF at V12. Something along those lines. Basically what happens is too much power to the wheels. You start off and you can hear the wheels spinning in the background no matter what you do. You're guaranteed to spin out. Get that first race out the way. Get across the central divide into the other lane where it will disqualify you for entering into an illegal area. Hit restart and you get a good run in from there. So we're just going to show you the good runs. So let's get into it. 1v1, 1 mile. Obviously, we're not in a direct competition. Our first race isn't going to be against the Lamborghini tractor. We're going to do 3 randomizations and see what we end up with. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, our first race is against the Ford Mustang GT66. Let's get into it, see what we can do. The first race in the insane powered Lamborghini tractor is against one of my favorite cars of all time with the GT66 Ford Mustang. Just such a beautiful looking machine. Absolutely love it, but hopefully we can beat that classic pony car in our tractor. So let's find out. Let's go. Come on, Lamborghini tractor, you can do it. Let's get going. Into second. Come on. Into third. And then into fourth. We're just going to fly. This thing is an absolute rocket. It just goes and goes and goes. And it never stops accelerating. Let's just get into top gear and across the line. What did we cross at? What time did we have? That is 100%. We've gone so fast. We're at the end of the track already. And it's had to cut us out. But we are already top of the speeder board with a 6.889 seconds to the quarter of a mile. That is absolutely mental, and a 14.076 to the 1 mile. We have a new speeder board champion. First race in. We've accepted all the other ones onto the speeder board that we've done this way, so this one is no exception. To the top of the speeder board you'll go, but let's get into the second race and see if we can top that time of 6.889 to the quarter of a mile, or the 14.076 to the 1 mile, or maybe even top out higher than 813 kilometers an hour. Here we go then, into the second race. 3 more randomizations. 1, 2, 3. We're not going to race against the GT66 again. 4, 5, 6. Looks like we're taking on the Are You Not Entertained Lamborghini tractor for race number 2. Let's get into it. Can we beat one of the same creations that has got slightly better tuning than we have? That seems a bit unfair. I thought I'd put everything on this one. Let's get into it. See if we can win. Let's face it, if you're going to build a way overpowered Lamborghini tractor, it's going to be brightly coloured. Ours is a beautiful green. Theirs is a weird lilac-y purple, but it's going to be bright. got to be in your face. Can we beat it? Let's get inside. Let's go. Off the line with the Lamborghini tractor into second. They're pulling away from us. They got a much better launch, but I think we've got a bit higher top end as we go. Hopefully, at least anyway, we are well and truly in front. Are we going to beat our first run? Let's get across the line and find out. First run was 6.889. This one's a 6.884 to the quarter of a mile. So ever so slightly a little bit faster. 14.079 to the 1 mile, so actually a little bit slower to the 1 mile with the same top speed though. But the our opponent didn't finish, I'm assuming, because they spun out, lost control and crossed over the line. But shh, we just won't include that. Let's get into our final race and see who we're up against. Here we are then, 3 more randomizations. Let's see what we end up with. As long as it's not a Lamborghini tractor or the Mustang GT66, we're just going to get on with it. So 1, 2, 3, it's the GT66. Are we only going to get the GT66 or the Are You Not Entertained Lamborghini tractor? Maybe that's all we're allowed to do. So I'm just going to keep pressing it, and I'm going to close my eyes, and we're just going to stop now. We're against another GT66 with 152.5% tuning. That is an absolute monster. Let's get into it and see if we can win our final race and get the best time of the day for the last one. The final drag race of the day, the Lamborghini tractor against the GT66 Ford Mustang. I love the Ford Mustang, but this tractor is absolutely wild and incredible, and it's grown on me so much throughout the recording this today. So let's get on with it. Let's try and win our last race and get the best time of the day, even though we are already top of the speederboard. Lamborghini tractor off the line into second. That might have been a little bit early this time. I think we've probably got the race in the bag anyway. It's just a bit of a shame for our top speed for our final run. So let's just get it across the finish line, see what we've ended up with, and get this beast back to the garage. Our final run was a 6.878. Although I thought I missed a gear change, that's actually our fastest run of the day. A 14.073 to the 1 mile. Again, our fastest run of the day. Top speed was a little bit down on this one, though, only at 809 instead of 813. So sometimes a little bit slower, steadier at the front on the launch is a little bit quicker. Let's get back to the garage, get this beast onto the cedarboard, and see if we can sell it on for just a tiny little bit of Lamborghini profit. Well, there it is. The fastest car available in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 is a Lamborghini tractor. How does that even make sense? But there we go, top of the speederboard. The Lamborghini Nitro 120 Are You Not Entertained edition with 2,753 horsepower. Definitely the highest horsepower in the top 10. 6.884 seconds to the quarter of a mile. Obviously top of that one. 14.079 to the 1 mile. Again, top of that one with the top speed of 809 kilometers an hour. The fastest we've had. Or 503 miles an hour. 503 miles an hour. That is insane. This definitely deserves to be the top of the speederboard with a lovely new image at the top there. First, second, third. Sorry, I wish mine was in second. But there we have it. The top of the speederboard. Special creation by Payne. Special creation by French Toast. And special creation by myself. That's how you top the speederboard and get the best times on the drag strip. Let's get back outside. Get ready to say goodbye to the Lamborghini tractor. Well, there we have it. The fastest vehicle in the game is a Lamborghini tractor. Absolutely love that. But let's talk some facts and figures about this beautiful tractor. Let's just nip in and check out this beautiful interior before we crack on. Really love that interior. I think it looks absolutely fantastic in there. Facts and figures, back to it. We bought the vehicle for 34,085. And yeah, could have sold it at a loss of 2,893 right at the very beginning, but we obviously didn't do that. We spent a further 82,724 modifying, tuning, and upgrading this beautiful Lamborghini tractor. Really do love this one. I think it looks fantastic. Putting our total spend at 116,809, and that does include buying the other tractor just for the wheels, and then we did sell it on, so all profits gained will be well and truly profit. So let's get in and see if we can sell this beautiful Lamborghini tractor on for just a tiny little bit of additional profit. Well, here she is, all finished, all 100% complete, absolutely loving it. And that engine from 1,400 horsepower to 2,753 horsepower, absolutely insane. Absolutely loving this one. It's been so much fun, and obviously it's topped our speederboard, so I'm definitely very happy about that. But can we make some money from the Lamborghini tractor? to the sale price of 203,848. Our total spend was 116,809. So that leaves us with 87,039 in profit, and that does include buying a vehicle for a little over 20,000 just for the wheels and tires. Then we sold that vehicle, and I sold it for about 2,500 just because I took the wheels and tires off of it. So there we go. We are still in some big profits with the Lamborghini Nitro. Absolutely insane. Link in the description below to Payne's Patreon, where you can grab this one for yourself by signing up at the Garage and Monkey tier level. It is £4.50 a month or $5 a month if you want to be there. You can pay for it annually, but that's the only way to get this beautiful beast. And we can't open that to check out the engine. You see a little bit of the engine sticking out the side there, but if we do go into here, you can see that engine is absolutely beautiful. But let's sell on this and take our lovely little bit of profit. Off you go, Lamborghini tractor. You were definitely a lot of fun. But what have we got up next? We are going back to a BMW. Bit of a jumpy game there. This is a beautiful BMW. This is, if I can get in, the BMW M3 E30, the lit edition version 2. When we initially did this car many moons ago, when I started this channel, I did the lit edition, but this is going to be its first time down the drag strip, and obviously change it up a little bit, going for the version 2. We're going to see what's different in this one. We got it from the auction house. It's all in pretty bad condition, apart from that interior. Not too bad there at all, really, at just under 50%. Did we get a good deal? Absolutely not. I bought the car for 51,002 and could sell it for 47,725, losing out on 3,277 before we even begin. But hopefully we'll be able to claw that back from this little retro BMW. The engine in this is the V8 double overhead cam AXK engine with 403 factory horsepower. When we did this one originally, it was an i4 or an i5. I can't remember which one. Now we've got a V8 in it, so it should be a little bit different, a little bit meaner, a little bit more aggressive. And obviously we're going to be adding performance parts, making this engine as wild, as insane as we can. Maybe even beating the Lamborghini tractor? I doubt it. I doubt we're going to think anything's going to knock that tractor off the top spot anytime soon. But this is what we're going to be working on next time. So make sure you join us back here on Wednesday for more Car Mechanic Simulator 2021 videos. We'll be working on this beautiful BMW E30 M3. Looking absolutely insane. What do you think of today's video? If you enjoyed it, let me know by leaving us a cheeky little like. Let me know in the comments what you thought of that beautiful Lamborghini tractor, the fastest car in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. But as always, have a beautiful day, whatever it is you're getting up to. I'm off to see Electric Callboy, so I'll see you back here on Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, whatever it is you're getting up to. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.